What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, my Natman 716 for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got a crazy leak right now. Obviously, your man the YB rocking the moody Versace shade. Anywho, this is a mad leak. Ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, Big Sis put this video out and people listen. This right here, Peter Fury. This reaction to Fury Usyk is the most prolific reaction you'll see on the topic. They keep wheeling out all these kind of yeah, you know what's there? Whole bag of man just keep repeating the same bars. I repeat the bars as well, I ain't gonna lie, but it's more, I don't know, the way that this interaction went down. I'm gonna have to break this into a few videos, but or one or two or three. But the way it went down, it was just potent. Yeah? If there was ever a video you need to watch, it's this video right here. That's what you best believe. The channel, October Red. OCTOBER space RED. You best go watch. You best like the video. And you best subscribe. That's what you best be doing. Because these other videos dry. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everyone's there. Lick ass and thing. When you lick ass, you don't get the genuine... We've all heard him. If you're licking Frank Warren's ass here, how are you going to get into... Do you know... when these dudes here, they go to the press conference or whatever, if you're steady licking someone's ass, you can't get to the nitty gritty, right? Because you're too busy licking ass. Ooh. Frank Warren draw circles on it. Yeah? Sometimes Frank Warren want the circles drawn. Sometimes he want the up and down. But when you're focused on the direction and the angles and the shapes you're drawing on Frank Warren butthole, or I'm just throwing Frank Warren out there. No Diddy. Yeah? No turkey. I'm just throwing Frank Warren out there. No turkey. Do you understand? But it could be anyone. Any given don. Yeah? When you're too busy licking ass, you ain't getting to what we need to get to. And this one right here, Big Sis got to where we fixing to go with this interview. Yeah? And many people, they're scared to ask Tyson, or they're scared. We understand that, number one, Peter Fury is a respectful man, and we understand him and his family business, right? They fell out. Nonetheless, though, a spade's a spade. And that's what I believe a true man is. A true man is not tribal. A true man is not, well, I'll do this to your tribe, but then it's different with my own tribe. If your family are bugging, they bugging. Yeah? If your family are tweakers, they're tweakers. I ain't gonna make excuses, oh well, they had a bad childhood. Listen, are they tweaking or are they not? Yeah? If they tweakers, they tweakers. Yeah? If they off the rock, they off the rock. That's just what it is. Oh, but he had a hard childhood and his dad went around. Yeah? Does he smoke the pipe or does he not? That's where you have to leave it for anyone. Yeah? Anyway, I digress. I've already waffled way too long on a mad one. Nothing relevant about today's topic at all, just waffling. But anyway, let's get to the parts here, 100%.
Or what he expected him to do. When you're going in against an opponent like Usyk, front foot, back foot, how do you address somebody like him in the ring? If Huey goes in to fight Usyk, and that's what I can say, how does he address that fight?
Look, for me, he was a big man and he never used his tools. I thought there was a lot wrong with it. And,
those right there were the meaty bars. We're going to get to the fire in a second, but I just want to stop there. I mean, facts. Yeah? Facts. I'm not going to make... Frank Warren, yeah, Tyson did a great job, and, Tyson... Someone was talking to Frank, Talk Sport, I think, and someone said, Usyk's a warrior. And Frank was like, no, why are you talking about Usyk for? Tyson Fury's a warrior, he almost got knocked out. Frank, yeah? That's the point we're making. Tyson, the big hef, Fury, took his big ol' ass in there and almost got knocked out by the welterweight. Sean Porter, people. You've all seen my videos, yeah? You've all seen my videos repeating or showing you the bars Tyson Fury's put out there. I'm too big. I'm too strong. I'm too long. 10 inches of reach. 4 inches of height. 40 pounds in weight. Usyk got beat up by welterweight Sean Porter in the amateurs. Usyk, soft to the body. And when you put them bars out there, we expect to see some. What I don't understand is, yeah, if you make financial investments, like, you have to bear in mind, people, Tyson Fury promotes gambling, right? Yeah, and I don't understand how it's legal. If you're running a company that's public and out there, yeah, and you're claiming, oh, we sold 1 billion units, and you actually sold 10, that's fraud. But yet in sport, you can say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then do the opposite. I'm going to fight until it's, I'm going to fight until I don't fight at all. Bare knuckle. We saw the weigh-in video, or was it the weigh-in? The weigh-in, day before the fight. Tyson. His whole team getting it. Yes. He's getting proper fucked. Yeah? Waffling on. I'm sitting there, my nipples are hard, yeah, etc., just gagging. Oh, are you going to go all over him? I'm sitting, come on there telling you, man, it's 100% cert. Double your money. No doubt. I believed it as well. That's why I don't feel guilty. Oh, YB, you made me lose the bag. Number one, I lost the bag. The YB lead from the front. He ain't one of these corny 2024 politicians who send everyone else's children. The YB the first on the line. Coin in immediately. The pay goes in and the coin gets put up on Betfair. That's what happened. From the front line. The YB is a front line gambler. A lot of these gambling channels, yeah, they sit there and they speculate, oh, the odds are here and the odds are there. They ain't never show you put no coin up though. Yeah? Down there, hat man, just covering all angles. Well, you could do this and you probably could do this. And, oh, I told you that could have happened. Therefore, yeah. I told you every single permutation was a possibility. Yeah? Ain't no one else. Frank, don't stop talking about Tyson's a warrior. Where? Where was the warrior? Usyk was the one who looked shot in round 6. He the one who had to find a way to come back. He came back. He was the one from round 1 on your ass. He was the one who almost crossed your eyes. Had you playing Where's Wally? Yeah? In round 1. And he the middleweight. He the welterweight who's got a soft body. Yeah, Tyson Fury is a bit chinny, but he ain't soft to the body. Who here saw a brutal body assault? I'd say rounds 5 and 6, it wasn't a brutal body assault. I'd call it a boxing body assault. It was kind of like part of the flow of things. It wasn't brutal though. Fury wasn't in there just winging away to the body, and it started looking silly kind of thing. I'd say round 6, the end of round 6, it started to look, that's the way it was going to go. Rounds 4, 5 and 6, it was kind of, that build up, it was like, oh damn. I started having visions of Fury versus Chisora 3. That's how it was looking in my mind. But it was starting to look like that. But that was it. You had 3 rounds. And then got knocked out by the welterweight, Sean Porter. Yeah? You got knocked out by Sean Porter's dinner. Oh. Yeah? And now you're missing somewhere. Can't no one find you. Ain't no one else's big old heifer to run his big old mouth and lure in the public with all the gambling things on his chest. Oh, AB, you're a grown man. No one make you gamble. He a grown man too. No one make him run his big old mouth, right? So let's all take responsibility. I'll take responsibility. But ultimately, who told lies here? I just told you what he said, right? He said he was too big. And it's not even about him losing. He said he was too big. What part of that performance, Frank, did you see Tyson Fury implementing the things he talked about? At not even one point did he come on the front foot. Even after having his nose bust, almost being knocked spark out, he's still running. And Mr. Big Bare Knuckle John, I mean, let's think about this. Big Bare Knuckle John Fury. What part of the bare knuckle culture says, if a little dude busts your nose, you run and survive and oh, you're winning the fight, so keep running? Where's that? I've never heard that before. Where does it say, oh, if a little dude almost knock you out, oh, well, you politic for the rest of the fight. Oh, well, you won, so keep running and just survive. I've never heard of that. John Fury, the day before, said he's getting it. Yeah? 7 rounds, he's proper getting it. Did nothing. John himself, the big John. You'd think if anyone was supposed to be encouraging a fight, yeah, it should have been John, right? No. He moist somewhere. Anyway, let's get to the rest of the bars.
That's just my opinion. But I'm not in their teams, you know, it's nothing to do with me. But looking at it, that's what I'd say. I think they got the tactics wrong. I think the game plan was all wrong. and I think that's what I think of it. But still, it was a good fight to watch. So they both done well. They both done exceptionally well. Regards the end couple of rounds, yeah, I can see what people are saying. But did Tyson have it in his tank to come out and give an avalanche of shots, or was he so tired he was getting through it? So that we don't know. But for me, we can only talk after the event. But look, when he fought Klitschko in 2015, we're coming into the 12th round. Yeah? And I said the following. I said, let me tell you this. We're in a strange country. Klitschko's got all the belts. It's his network, TV, whatever it is. I think you're winning it wide. But get out there and try and stop him. That's your call. I said, because we could get robbed on points. And he went out there in 12th round and put it on him. So obviously my advice would have been, I don't care if you got one leg and you're dying in the corner. Get in there, yeah? Because I'd have said this, you are down and you're losing this fight. Get in there, go out on your back. Put it on him. That's what should have happened in the corner. But that's me. And that's the advice that I give to fighters.
There you go. Now, one thing I will say about Peter Fury. This ain't the point. These are good bars. No, I'm not sure actually. I don't want to speak out my ass, but when Huey's fighting, though, it does have to be said. When Huey's fighting, I don't know. Peter, as we all probably are, right? When it's your son, it's a bit different. I don't know. Huey's had some. When Huey was in there with Joe Parker, for example, he was running. So, but like Huey's limited in that sense. He's not that guy. We've seen Fury punch up Wilder. We've seen him. He has that. He's more dynamic in theory, at least. That last fight looked just like Huey Fury, right? That last fight, Fury versus Usyk. Look, Huey could have done that. If that makes sense. It was that kind of performance. It was literally like a. In fact, it's quite similar. Joe Parker versus Huey Fury is like that, almost. Although to be fair to Huey, he didn't get knocked out. He didn't get his nose bust either. So, anyway, let's stick to the point here. And what Peter Fury says here is the facts. The facts are, and I remember watching it, Fury came out, I think it was around 11 and 12, and he was on his job. And that was for a style where he had no aggression at all. Even with a no aggression at all style, which Peter Fury had crafted with Tyson to beat Vlad, he came out, had great rounds, right? Even in the Wilder fight, the first fight, I know it was with Ben Davison, on that moist thing, round 11, round 12, whenever it was. He got knocked down, he gets up, has his best round. And that's what implies to me Tyson's a shot fighter. He's finished. Yeah? Because it's gone. That oomph. You don't need to be told, people. When your nose gets bust by a little middleweight, welterweight, and you almost get knocked out, if you need to be told, let's have a fight now. He didn't need to be told against Cunningham to fight. He didn't need to be told against Wilder to fight in the first fight. In fact, Ben Davison was about to throw the towel in. Ben Davison was saying to run, and Freddie Roach was in the corner saying, fight. Let's go now. Put it on him. Back him up. Yeah? So, these here are the facts. The facts are Fury's corner. We're flapping it. And if you watch the rest of the interview, which I'll cover on another day, Peter Fury goes into detail. Yeah, ultimately, Sugar Hill. Yeah? Now, the bars on this, yeah, the rest, you have to watch it, man. This particular discussion's around 20 minutes, but watch it all. Yeah, it's a mad thing. It's a mad thing. Go out on your back. Yeah, I don't care if you got one leg. Now, I'm not... Listen, if you're a broke fighter, yeah, who's at the bottom of the game, and you're making $5,000 to fight, number one, I ain't interested, so do whatever. But at this level, yeah, when you're making life-changing money, multiple life-changing money, this one fight secures, really, what, 100 mil? 100 mil, yeah, you bang it in a bank account, you're getting 4 mil a year interest. Do you understand how much money that is, people? That's 300 grand plus a month for doing fuck all. Who can't live off that? Oh, seriously, who can't? Who do you know who can't? You can live the best life as well. Literally, what can't you do with 300 grand a month? You can have a penthouse In London. What, 20 grand a month? Tops? 30 grand a month? Okay, 30 grand a month. You got 270 grand left. Penthouse in New York, penthouse in London, penthouse in Singapore. There's what? Maybe 100 grand, 200 grand. You got another 100 grand cash to mess about with. And that's living excessively, right? So in one fight, you secure almost forever your family's existence if they're a bit shrewd or not completely retarded. I mean, again, if you can't make 300 grand a month work for you, I don't know what to tell you. You can live a proper life. Nice house, nice car, and money rolling every month, excess. So when you're making that amount of money, just generational coin, yeah, there's an expectation here. And yes, more broadly speaking, there should be a spiritual element anyway, even if you're at a lower level. But again, I'm not here to judge. If you're trying to make a living and you got to go to work on Monday, you know what I'm saying? I say, well, yeah, you can kind of, it's acceptable. There's absolutely no excuse for these guys to lose, given a 70% effort or a 60% effort. I believe AJ versus Usyk 1 and 2. Well, AJ versus Usyk 1 was like a 4 or a 5 out of 10 effort. Usyk versus AJ 2 was a 5 or a 6. Fury versus Usyk was about a 5 or a 6, I'd say. Probably a 5. A bang on a 5, I'd call it. It was in the middle between. I'd call it a 5. Effort. You could never go into that kind of fight undisputed. All the belts, all the coin, all the booty on the line. You can never go into that fight with the attitude of, oh, I thought I was bossing the fight and my dad told me just to keep off the gas. Yeah? What are we doing here? The old school coaches said, you fight every round. Like, that's the fight, if that makes sense. Every round, imagine a fight is 1 round. That's how you should treat every round. Every round matters, especially in them situations. Especially, even more so after kind of 8 or 9 rounds when you've been almost knocked out. I don't care how well you was doing, which wasn't even that well. But after about 7, 8 rounds, it could have been a draw, right? So, you weren't doing that well. After 8 rounds, you could easily give Fury 4 and Usyk 4. So what are you talking about? It's not like you bossed it. And even then, though, for me, the way I score fights, yeah, if you're bossing a fight and you win 8 or 7 rounds, and then you get your nose busted in the 8th, and then that puts you off your game and you get clipped in the 9th and almost stopped, I'm sceptical at that point, whether you're winning or not, if I'm in the corner. I'm like, oh, that's not good. In terms of the balance of the fight. Because you didn't score no knockdowns. You haven't changed the way he's fighting. You haven't shaken him up. In fact, he's on your ass. Yeah? And the expectation is with you, the big lineal heavyweight dude who's never been beat and you're the big guy, the onus is on you to show some. You should have been the one breaking someone's nose. You should have been the one backing someone up. You should have been the one almost knocking someone out. And when that isn't happening, and when the opposite's happening, we probably ain't winning. Damn sure I ain't telling you, yeah, just be safe in the last 2 rounds. That's the last thing I'm saying. Like Peter Fury said, in Ukraine. Now that was probably a fight. If there was ever a fight after 10 rounds, you've probably won 8. It was that fight. And even then, Peter Fury said to him, listen, you do it, I think you're bossing the fight, but it's up to you at this point. The power is in your hands. Do you want to leave it in the hands of the judges? Or do you want to try and lock this off? Fury comes out, round 11 I believe, and round 12 were solid rounds. Arguably, I think, certainly the 11th was his best round of the fight. And that for me, that's standard issue. You don't need to be Mr. Fake Kronk to work that out. At this level, when you're fighting Vlad, a 10-year undefeated champion, even more so when you're fighting for undisputed champion, let's not take no prisoners here. Let's not leave no chances. About I was bossing it, so I was cruising. Tyson, you was cruising with a bust nose and a sore head and mediocre, wavering consciousness. Yeah? The only thing that was getting bossed was the consciousness between your ears. And Usyk was bossing it up. Yeah? The only thing that was getting bossed was the state of your eyesight. Cross-eyed, he hit you. And from the first round. People, how can you be bossing a fight when your eyes was crossed in round 1? Oops. Yeah? You're pulling back, stab to the body, got you going to the body, and then boop, round the side. clips you right on the end of your chops. And now Uncle Peter out here having to sun you and your whole team. But it comes down to what's in a man, yeah? And Peter Fury, he's the only man in the Fury clan who's a real man. They talk about being a real man, but this here's the truth. Even when he was in there with his nephew, who at the time he had a great relationship with, who at the time he was training, he could have easily done a Andy Lee or John Fury, or Sugar Hill was kind of half trying, but even so, he could have easily done an Andy Lee or a John Fury. Yeah, don't worry, Tyson, we're in the Ukraine, or wherever it was, Vlad was fighting. Yeah, we've won the first 7 rounds, take it easy now, just be defensive. Instead, what's logical? What's masculine? Let's lock this off, so there's no excuse, there's no chance. Or reduce the chance. Instead, Andy Lee, John Fury, try to lick ass somewhere. And Sugar Hill, what was his crime? His crime was enabling Andy Lee. Everyone knows this, yeah? When you have a head trainer, he is the only one who speaks at the end of the round. There's a minute, not 20 minutes, not half an hour, not 1 hour, not 1 day, 1 minute. Yeah? And I'll cover it another day, but you have to watch the video, man, it's mad. The way Peter Fury goes in, but Sugar Hill's responsible. There was no chain of command. It was loose as a goose. Yeah, Sugar Hill, with all due respect, I've watched it back. Sugar Hill could barely get a word in edgeways. Yeah, I saw Sugar Hill standing there doing actions, and he was waiting for John Fury to finish speaking so he could get a word in. Unbelievable. But ultimately, that's Sugar Hill. If Sugar Hill was a man, if Sugar Hill was the Kronk, the real Kronk, not the fake Kronk, the new age Kronk, he'd have said to Tyson, listen, man, if you want me as your head trainer, that's what it will be. But in the corner, I'm the only voice. In the camp, I'm the only voice. If John Fury wants to hold you back, then carry your spit bucket and wipe your head, that's fine. But not being more than that is what it should have been. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Like up the bell, 100% on that. Bye. Stop it.